right, a very good evening to you. It's great to be back on Late Night Talk. Have you missed me? Well, I can say I've missed all of you. Really missed all of you, and it's great to be back. I feel a bit rusty. Guys, I missed all of you so much. Really did. Kofi Bartels, where have you been? I forgot to button my shirts. Sorry. Kofi Bartels, may I button the shirts? You know what I wear under my shirt. You want to see, trust me. Kofi Bartels, where have you been? Kofi Bartels, oh my God, I missed all of you. And I want to thank those who, called to find out where I was, why I was not online, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. I want to thank all of you so much. I totally, sincerely appreciate it. You're all the MVPs, and you're all the reason why, I keep doing this. So I want to thank all of you so much. I'm back, and we're here to talk and talk for development. Like my radio people will say, I'm not on radio, but you know what we do when we come on Facebook. Once again, you're welcome. My name is Kofi Bartels, and Late Night Talk today is looking at what is already on your screen. This small matter of the NDDC probe and the daring, that was dared the Honorable Minister of Niger Delta, Godswill Akpabio, by the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mr. Femi Gbajagbiamila. He had told Akpabio, I dare you, bring or produce the names of those you say are members of the National Assembly who collected contracts. And I'm sure you already know the history. You know what is up. So I want you to call me right now and tell me what you think. It is Late Night Talk. Call me right now and tell me what you think about what Akpabio has done. The names that have come out. The names that have come out. See, when this whole probe started, there was something I was saying. Because I noticed some of those who were part of the probe. I saw some names. And I began to say, I know this name somewhere. I know that name somewhere. So I began to dig deeper. And I saw something. And that something I saw is what is playing out today. So if you'd like to be a part of this conversation, the phone is here. Yeah, battery is fully charged and is connected. We're ready to take your calls. Feel free to call 080-620-99556. 080-620-99556, and I'll be very glad to take your call. 080-620-99556. I'll take it again. 080-620-99556, and I'll be very glad to take your call. Once again, my name is Kofi Bartels, and this is Late Night Talk. I bring it to you on Facebook every single weekday, just to give you a chance to have your say on topical issues. And I've been away for about 2 weeks. I was actually meant to restart yesterday, but I couldn't do that because of some movement I had to do, and I got back, finished very late, and I couldn't do that. So I'm glad to be back with you. So Let's check out what we have on social media as usual. I want to go to Facebook because we're streaming live on Facebook, streaming live on Twitter, streaming live on YouTube, and very soon on Instagram. We're going to do that in a jiffy. So I want to thank all of you who are on. I intentionally not advertise this particular live stream. I want to see those who sent me a message here. Okay, this is interesting. I made a mistake with the first stream tonight where we put the wrong post, like the wrong write-up on the post. So sorry about that. Now we have the right write-up. We have to end that first stream and start it again. But I'd like to say good evening to Cynthia Bestman, says welcome back. The Icon Studio says OMG, welcome back. Godswill Akpabio, hello, thank you very much. Achomo says, wow, thank you very much, Acho. I missed you too, all of you. Effort Indiso says from Port Harcourt. He says, I'm here with you tonight. The advert is long. Sorry about that, bro. We had to restart everything. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's see who we have on the current live stream. And I'm just going to go there and read your comments now. Oh, wow. Oh, wonderful. I can see all of you there. Okay. Good evening to Emmanuel Chima. Good evening to Ima Hari. Two Emmanuels. If you can hear me well, let me know you can hear me. Okay. Good evening to, both of you. I can see Jonathan Hart. Good evening to you. Na Zobadunu, good evening to you. Nice to have all of you. This is the number. I will type it again. Please call 080-620-99556 to have your say. Now, this is the internet. Nobody can stop you. All right? Say what you want to say, but don't insult anybody because I'm a professional. All right? You can have your say and say what you want to say, but don't insult anybody, all right? Because I'm a pro and I like to keep it clean. 080-620-99556 is the number to call. 080-620-99556. So let's go to that story. So the Minister of the Niger Delta Affairs, Godswill Akpabio, has linked some members of the National Assembly to some contracts awarded by the Niger Delta Development Commission. This is according to the Punch. Punch is reporting this one. The Punch is reporting this one. Wow. Okay, so let's read some more on that story. 080-620-99556. Now, Akpabio, however, did not state if the lawmakers were directly awarded the contracts or they nominated the projects under their zonal intervention projects, also known as constituency project. Constituency project. Okay. Now, former chairman of the House of Representatives Committee on the NDDC, former chairman of the House of Reps Committee on the NDDC, Mr. Nicholas Mutu, who represents Bomadi Patani federal constituency. I think when we're traveling by road, we went past Patani. That's a federal constituency in Delta State, is among those linked by the minister with the contracts. Now, we can't sit here and say that they are guilty as charged or of any wrongdoing, because what Akpabio has done is just present. We will have to also listen to what these gentlemen who have been so named have to say. We'd also have to listen to what these gentlemen who have been so named have to say. But let's go on. Let's go on. So, Mr. Nicholas Mutu, who is a former chairman of the House of Reps Committee on the NDDC, is named in that list. Now, the minister, Akpabio, listed Mutu's name against 74 projects. Now, I'm not going to sit down here and blame or say they're guilty. I can't say they're guilty. No, be me. I wasn't there. And you also cannot say they're guilty. But I think it's something to talk about because it's not the first time. It's nothing new. We keep hearing about these constituency projects. You know, we keep hearing about these constituency projects, and you know, it's not a new thing. Okay, some of them are actually have cases to answer with the EFCC, and we'll look at that as we go on. So there's nothing new here, but like they say, you are innocent until proven guilty. But nah, there's nothing new here. Okay, so let's get back to that story, please. Let's get back to that story. I'm just going to put some pictures up for you. I think you can see them now. Some of the people who have been mentioned or fingered in this particular story. So let's go straight to that. Here it is. Can you see that? I'm wondering if you can see that. Great. So this is Wabushi. This is Senator Wabushi. I'll tell you a bit about him as we're going on. You can see Ponde in the corner there. All right, I'll tell you a bit about Wabushi as we're going on. My brother, the thing no be here. Call 080-620-99556. 080-620-99556. So, apart from Mutu, Akpabio also linked the chairman of the Senate Committee on Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Peter Wabushi, who I just showed you his picture. Now, he's also from Delta State, and he represents the good people of Delta North Senatorial District. He represents the good people of Delta North Senatorial District. Let's go on. Apart from Senator Peter Wabushi, well, he is said to have collected 53 projects. Is what's named. His name linked with 53 projects. Some of these projects include emergency repairs of Asue Street, Owa Phase 2. I'm not just going to bore you with all that because most of you listening to me are not in Delta State, so you wouldn't know about that. Who is the next person? The next person is Senator Matthew Orugide, Edo South. 6 projects. Senator James Manager. These senators, they have some interesting names. Just like we have Henneken, one politician called Henneken. This one is Manager. Can you hear me well? Is it audible? Yes. Okay. We have Samuel Ayamu, you can just give me a thumbs up, who was in the 8th Senate. 19 projects. Others were simply identified as Ondo and Edo reps. This was first broken by the Punch newspaper. However, we're told that the minister did not provide the cost of the projects listed against the lawmakers' names, while the value of contracts given to non-lawmakers and hard costs of various projects attached to them. Now, Senator Mutu, who is a former chairman of the House of Representatives, Mr. Mutu is a former chairman of the House of Reps Committee on the NDDC. The EFCC this year in February, precisely February 3, arraigned him before Justice Folashade Giwa Gubanjo of the Federal High Court in Abuja for alleged abuse of office and fraud involving about 320 million naira. This is what we're talking about. People, I want you to have your say. All right, please feel free. Those who are on Twitter, you can also feel free to have your say as well. But if you're watching on Facebook, please drop a comment, then like the post, then share the post, please. Very important. Share the post so that your friends can be a part of this conversation. And of course, if you're watching on Twitter, retweet as well. It's very important so that we can have more people on here. Okay, so everything is perfect. Let's get back to Facebook and see what we have here. No comments on Twitter yet. I'd like to say good evening to Godswill Akpabio, who says it's very audible. Thank you, Godswill. I'd like to say good evening to the Great Sam. Thank you for your phone call, Great Sam. I appreciate it. Called me earlier today to find out what's happening, and great to be here too. Thank you, Great Sam. Golden Elijah, good evening to you. Madu Elijah, another Elijah again. Good evening to you. Achel Modu, good evening to you. Jonathan Hart, yeah, that's the number. Good evening to you. Izuchuku Pascal Nadi, good evening to you. Thank you very much and Nazabadunu as well. Thank you very much for your time. Okay, so this is my take. See, I put out on Twitter, some time ago when I heard that the Senate, the House of Reps was probing the NDDC. I put out something on Twitter. What did I put out on Twitter? My view then was that, it's great. Nigerians are jubilating. Nigerians are celebrating. Go and check my tweets. Nigerians are happy that the National Assembly is investigating the NDDC. Great. Fantastic. But I said something. I said I was happy. I was glad. Bible says I was glad when they said to me, let us go into the house of the Lord. So I was glad when I heard that there was something like this going on, because we all want transparency. We all want accountability. We all want probity. We want corruption to end. We want to see that the monies that are allocated to the Niger Delta remain to the Niger Delta, and we see development all around us. And of course, we know what we've seen of the NDDC in the past. However, my greatest, so what dampened my spirit was the fact, with due respect and appreciation to those good legislators, because I know some good legislators. Trust me. But you see, when it comes to politics and business of politics in Nigeria, as far as the legislature is concerned, it is not easy to get business done in a way that people will be named and shamed. Because it's a house where you have different interests, and majority carries the day. I remember the movie A Few Good Men. That's the movie title, A Few Good Men. So whilst we have fantastic, credible, admirable legislators. Some of them, I know them. That's why I can say these things. Truth is, when I saw that the National Assembly they were once conducting a probe, I asked myself, I said, can anything good come out of, can anything good come out of, see, there are good people in Nazareth, though. There are good people in Nazareth. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying if you are my friend, and you're a member of the National Assembly watching this right now, I'm not attacking you directly. But we know the National Assembly, how difficult it is to get things done. So when I saw the headline, National Assembly probing NDDC, and Nigerians are jubilating, I said to myself, okay, so what will be the end? What will be the outcome? What will be the outcome? What is the outcome? Are they going to prosecute? Are they going to fire? Are they going to jail someone for corruption? You can't give what you don't have. So Nigerians have not discovered the game that is going on in their country. Oh, Nigerians, wake up. Like one advert for one church program, they call it Morning Dew. When I lived in and worked in Calabar, the advert went this way: wake up, wake up, wake up before the devil. And then my father asked, does the devil sleep? So Nigerians, you need to wake up. You need to wake up. If the National Assembly is probing the NDDC, are they probing to stamp corruption out of Nigeria? Jesus said, and I like Jesus so much, he's just a wonderful person, smartest, wisest person that ever lived. That's why, he's not a human being, but he became man. That's why you need to get closer to him so you can be wise. He said, who, when cleaning his house, will clean the outside first before cleaning the inside? You tell me now. Who is it that when he's cleaning his house, when he's cleaning his house, he cleans the outside, finish sweeping outside, then use the leg from outside to enter inside to sweep the dirty to outside again? Is that how you sweep? Is that how you? No, that's not how you sweep. How do you sweep? You start from inside. You clean the inside. And you go outside. Now, I'm not saying that the NDDC should not be probed. I'm not saying the NDDC is full of angels. I'm not saying the NDDC is full of angels. But what I'm saying is that when I saw that it was the National Assembly who were undertaking a probe of the NDDC, some scripture in the Bible says, when the Lord turned around the captivity of Zion, we're like them that dreamed. When the Lord turned around the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dreamed. When I heard, I was like them that dreamed. I was like them that laughed. Ha ha. Come on. So you have a lot of questions being asked about some National Assembly members. Remember Ahmed Lawan? What is the name? That smallish one. When Otedola said that, they were asking for money, or is it El Rufai said they were asking him for money for confirmation to be a minister. When Jibrin said that his colleagues were partying and they went after him, even in the APC, they went after him. And then he became a scapegoat, and then he shrunk, and now he was kicked out. You guys, are you guys thinking at all? Are you guys see? People should not get me angry today. Before I continue, share this post. All right? Share this post. So all of a sudden, National Assembly wants to fight corruption in Nigeria. I said there are angels in that chamber. All right? But there are also demons there. And the good people there will tell you that yes, they have bad colleagues. I know a number of good, very good legislators. If you want to join this conversation, you want to be heard, please call me right now. 080 620 99556. I'd like to hear from you. 080 620 99556. I'd like to hear from you. 080 620 99556. Let me some comments here. Emmanuel Chima says Niger Delta wants the list to be made public for proper accountability. Contractors plus contracts given to them plus the date of mobilization should be put online. By who? By who? He reached to drink water. I want to drink water and mind my business, but I can't. By who? Imahari says, you did not do well, Kofi, for not being on this show all this while, brother. I have to pay my bills, you know. I have to do personal things as well. If you guys are going to support me by contributing each time I come on here to help, but you know I have other things to do. I had to travel and I couldn't take everything with me while I traveled. I tried. Okay, but I'm here. I'll look for a way to create an avenue to have you guys support if you want to support. And we're working on some big things as well. Even on air, we always take leave. Yeah, so don't worry. Maybe next time what I'll do is I will play some repeat editions and have you watch them again. Okay, but Jonathan, thank you very much. Sorry, Ima, thank you. I appreciate your support. Okay, another comment here. Madu Elijah says politicians have turned Nigeria to football field while Nigerians are the spectators. Yeah. Nigerians are the spectators, but they don't even know what is going on. That is the saddest thing. Nigerians don't know what is going on. They don't know what is going on. They don't know what is going on. Okay, which other comment do we have here? Friday Otobo is asking what's popping. Please read the post. Everything's up on the post, okay? Thank you, my brother. Ogom Nwosa, good evening to you. Afam Patrick says, I believe Akpabio is still part of the mess. Okay, why are you saying so? It says, I believe Akpabio is still part of the mess. I can see Izu Ruben has joined. Okay, Izu, good evening to you. Now, if you're watching and you'd like to call, all of you who are watching right now, please call the number 080-620-99556. 080-620-99556 and have your say. Okay? 080-620-99556 and have your say. And please share this post so that others who are watching it right now, who are on your timeline right now, can be a part of this conversation. All right. I think I've read the last message. Oh, Izu Rubin, good junior. Thank you for a comment. Good evening to you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for joining in. So, so the National Assembly, they have a lot of questions to answer as far as, probity, accountability, and the fight against corruption is concerned as well. And some scandals that have come up in the past regarding, some corruption cases and all that, allegations, they were not treated or handled convincingly. And those legislators who were fingered or named walked away scot-free. We've seen so many things. We've seen legislators stealing maize, and then they went on to become, what do they call it again? Office holders in the National Assembly. You've seen people fighting and tearing and attacking, several things. And we've not had any internal probe to sanction airing, National Assembly members. So Nigerians would always ask themselves, okay, so you guys are probing the NDDC, great, but what is the aim? Where is it going to? What's the aim? Where is it headed to? That's a question that Nigerians would ask. Why? Now, let's look at the so-called probe of the ex-EFCC boss Ibrahim Mago. Of course, revelations came out. He has this. He owns that. Now, I'm not saying NDDC is clean. No, I'm not saying that. Now, Mago's case, revelations came that he has this one there. He has that house there. He collected some monies. What do they call it? The recovered loot were being shared, or there were some, a lot of things came out. But the question I kept asking myself is, Did Magu start doing these things today? Did Magu start doing these things today? I've never met Magu before. I'm not defending him. But I'm trying to draw a connection between what's happening in the National Assembly with the NDDC and what's happening with Magu. So, did Magu start doing these things today? And then some days later, Sahara reporters and some other online mediums came up with some allegations that the Attorney General, Minister of Justice, Malami, owns, stupendous properties, very expensive property. Some he built for his children, and they were asking, where did he get the money from? Where did he get the money from? So now they want to probe Magu. Okay, so what about Gandola? What about Gandola? And then the other ones whose names have been associated with some corruption allegations or the other. What happened? See, Nigerians need to understand that when these guys, right now with the way things are going, when they start investigating, they start probing, it means someone who is part of the system is not happy with somebody who is in the system. And say, okay, well, since you have decided to be in my bad books, or you're working against me, or I don't want you anymore, I'm dusting your file. This is what I have on you. And we're coming after you. Did the NDDC corruption allegations start today? Did the abandoned projects in the NDDC start today? Did the reckless spending in the NDDC, did it start today? Did the award of contracts so alleged to National Assembly members, did it start today? Did it start today? So now, ask yourselves, what is it behind this current probe? Why is all of a sudden the National Assembly so interested to fight corruption in Nigeria? You see, they say he that comes to equity must come with what? With clean hands. With clean hands. So, my take is that when someone somewhere doesn't want you around or wants to fight you, they can just come after you. If the National Assembly wants to probe corruption in the NDDC, by all means, they should have started from the beginning. Let me drink some water and mind my business. You should drink. Drink water and mind your... Drink water now. I'm not talking about drink water of Leicester City, the formerly Leicester City, now Chelsea. Not that drink water. Mind your business. Oh my God. So why are they so interested now, all of a sudden, in probing the NDDC? People, I'd like you to call. If you can squeeze a call through, I don't know what's happening with the phone lines, but if you can squeeze a call through, please do that. Effort in this is answering the question of he that comes to security must come with clean hands. So are you drinking? It's like people are drinking water and minding a business. They don't want to call. So thank you very much. Henry, Angel, Kelechi, how you there? Good evening. The Icon Studio says, good evening, Kofi. Good to hear from you. Thank you, my brother. Good evening to you as well. Oh, the only barrister I know. Well, not the only barrister I know. Barrister Festus Guche. Thank you, sir. Oguche. Thank you, sir, for your time. Barrister, maybe I should call you. I think you're in bed, so I want to disturb you. But it's I mean. So all of a sudden, the NDDC is interested in probing, or the House of Assembly, National Assembly, is so all of a sudden interested in probing the NDDC. You know, one of the things that struck me. You remember some time ago when this Akpabio probe started, Senator Peter Nwabushi, was it Peter Nwabushi? Yeah, he was he was the chairman of he He was the chairman of. Okay, we have a call coming through. I want to remind you guys of something. Don't worry. We're going somewhere. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Hi.
Kofi?
Yes, what's your name? Where are you calling
Good
from?
evening. It's Jonathan Hart, calling from Bonnet.
Oh, Joe Hart. Is it Joe Hart of Manchester City? Mr. Hart,
I'm calling from Bonnet Island.
you are calling from Bonny Island?
Yes.
My brother, what's the latest in Bonny? I need to come to that place. What's the latest? Corona don't go.
We are waiting for you now. At least Bonnet now is okay.
It's okay.
We are waiting. Yeah, Bonnet is okay.
Those soldier them and those military guys, they don't discharge.
They do.
Then
the coffee in day on now.
Oh,
so we have coffee, 8 o'clock coffee.
No be small thing, no. Chai.
We dey pray if governor go fit shift am to Port Harcourt 10 o'clock on. At least before then.
Yeah, for Port Harcourt, pure water now 100 naira. When our own still dey expensive.
Our own don't come down small now.
Okay.
Don't come down small because movement done there.
Okay.
So everything don't come back to normal.
Okay. Okay, brother, please go on. What do you think about this Akpabio naming some of these names and all that?
Okay, I was watching when they were questioning him, and if you watch, just like he has mentioned the people that are involved, and if you're watching it, you understand that whenever he tries to mention one or two that concerns them, you will hear it's okay, because they know that they are part of it. So I will just laugh. I am not surprised to hear that they are part of it. But he just need to mention what the contract, the lot of the contract they have been awarded. And I also want to say something. I came from a host community, and my community has a flow station. But to be the greatest surprise is that I've not even done one thing in our community. The only thing they did was to fix street lights in a small village. Street lights. They just came and fixed.
The street lights save the work.
You know, they can't see them now. You know, they work. They just had a person that that's an idea. Like with the fact. And that's what they do with us for not giving us lights for in fact when I was fighting for light for that light, I also all day waiting for light. NDDC now had to come and say they give us solar energy street lights. As I'm talking to you right now, so they even on. You know, so the boys don't have to switch the battle. So go help us. At least no one shelf from there. And the benefits all this money are going, the money they are spending now is also coming from there. You know. So they should also come to Otoma community in Bonny Island and check and see what they can do with these people. So I'm pleading. In a that they're chopping upstairs. They should also come downstairs to look at us very well.
Okay.
See what they can do for us.
Okay. Brother, I want to thank you, Jonathan Hart. I want to thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
For calling as well. The network isn't too clear, but I think we're going to make out some things from what he said. Okay, so people, there's something I'd like you to see. But feel free to call 080-620-99 556 080-620-99 556 if you'd like to have your say. I lost my train of thought before that call came through. So, you know, when you see these allegations, you have to ask yourself, who are they? What are they after? We have another call coming through. Oh, I accidentally rejected your call. If you can call back, that would be great. Sorry about that. This is 0816-858-643 something. Please call back. I accidentally rejected your call, so please call back. I was trying to pick it up. You know, so when these guys, when they stand up and say they are probing this, they're probing that, you know, Magu, I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm not saying Magu is innocent at all, okay? Let's see who we have here. Oh, I think I accidentally... Okay, so please call back. If you're the one who called, please call back. So Magu is said to have done ABC. But the question I kept asking myself was, who did he anger? Who did he annoy? You know, who did he disobey? Blah blah blah. Very important. Very important. Okay, so let's read some other some material. Okay, we have a call coming through. I'll read something. I'll show you a video. You'll love to see that video. Hello, good evening.
Reverend Kofi.
Hi, good evening. What's your name? Where are you calling from, please?
This is Airport Nation. Comrade Airport Nation.
Who, please?
Comrade Airport Nation.
Okay. Oh, yeah. You commented. Yes. Welcome.
Yes,
Please go.
Niger Delta youth leader also.
Oh, wow. Nice to have you, comrade. Please go on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, my this whole topic called my attention because it has become long overdue for things like this to be done.
Okay,
and,
things like what? The probe of the NDDC?
Probe of the NDDC, not just the probe, including your platform.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I believe in these ideas that can do a hard platform, that can invite people for questioning, that can run their journalism profession on you, and understand. Actually, because from what you are doing now, if you create a desk where you invite them and interrogate them, and before the public, you will see that it's an easy way of fighting corruption because you have all the questions to ask them, but they won't have any questions. They don't have one answer to give.
Yes,
but telling to end the issues that bothers me more is that I became afraid on every day that I woke up in the morning is if money can come to NDDC where we felt or where we have been crying for marginalizations and everything every day, and money comes. When money comes, as soon as the money drops, you will see the interest of the National Assembly will be far more than even the Commission. That thing you see, the stopping Akpabio is not just because they want to stop him.
Okay.
But it's because they know it's the truth. I understand that we understand that the fact that they brought about the proof now. I understand that there is a political undertone. But I am actually talking about the corruption.
Okay.
That our people, our leaders, because of our greed, their greed has made them to allow the visitors, the strangers from other ethnicity or from other regions to extract money belongs to project in Niger Delta. I think if you are close to this particular thing, people say this one has not speak up, this one has not speak up. Yeah, they may not speak up. Like after I say something of this, one of these, they say, why will you speak up when the money they are stealing, the northerners are stealing, are far bigger than what the southerners are stolen? Is it that when the southerners stole 1 naira that you will start talking? When the money even the northerners are stolen, I still start out money. But we are not going there now. What I'm saying now is, I will deal with the situation at hand. If you bring any topic that happens to do with the northerners, that happens to do with our national treasury, I also have to contribute because I know the insight.
Okay.
I have experience of all this.
So, brother, now we're looking at the fact that Akpabio has listed some of these people as being beneficiaries of NDDC contracts, and now Nigerians were jubilating. Nigerians were celebrating when NDDC announced, or the National Assembly Senate announced they're going to, interrogate and investigate and probe NDDC. But like I said, he that comes to equity must come with clean hands. You want to sweep your house, you start sweeping from inside. So were Nigerians expecting that the NDDC were actually, or did they think that the National Assembly was out to fight corruption in Nigeria? Because if they were really out to fight corruption, they would have started from the beginning. This is what the Senate and House of Reps Committee today, House of Reps Committee on Public Accounts has announced they want to probe NDDC from Timi Alaibe's time. Did you hear? I don't know if you heard the news.
I heard that. Yes.
Which is what they are saying now. So it's and now you're asking, okay, so how? Why is it? Why now? What is going on?
The issue that happens to do with that you are talking about bothers me more because I don't also if we want to fight corruption and we want to understand actually what has transferred or what is happening in NDDC and what has happened. I think there's nothing wrong with let's understand how this ball was formed, and let's understand how much has been spent, and let's understand how every administration spend their money. If you say, because why I'm saying this is that every money that comes into NDDC, in all the administration, there's a way they spend their money, and they have explanation on that. And I think, to the best of knowledge of every knowledgeable man, we understand that every money that has come today we are shouting that money has been spent recklessly, right? If the money has been spent recklessly, we should understand how the money were spent. How you get what I'm saying? If you're with me, you understand. Every money that comes, if we are shouting that there is corruption, and the money has been spent recklessly, we, the people of Niger Delta, we are of the opinion to understand how our money has been spent and was also spent, so that we understand where the money was spent recklessly and where it was not spent recklessly. Because if you invite these people, let me tell you, they will start dying one by one. If you just invite one, he will die tomorrow morning.
My brother.
And let me tell you, if they die tomorrow morning, it's giving youth more chances to rise up. I know what I'm saying, because that's their political space will be vacuum, and the youth will fill it. So the youth who is fitting in that place, what is going to be our decision? Our motto is that we must change things, because you have seen that what you demand is corruption. So I think the ideology will change. Now, I am of the opinion that because I doubt if the federal government or the National Assembly can really prove this process.
That is the point you are making, my brother. Because there's corruption everywhere. Look at EFCC. There's corruption, but even that probe of EFCC is questionable, because the man didn't go there today. He didn't go today. He was there since. All of a sudden they say I want to investigate him.
My brother, let me also put in this thing. If I am, as a Nigerian, as a youth leader, as a man who understands, I am the CEO of NAGA, Native African Global Movement. I understand what it takes and our history and our story on how things are supposed to be, and it's not working that way. And I understand how financially buoyant and economically stand we are. And today, this country has been repelled and for men politically jeopardized with the people just because of their greed interest and all that. It does on me when I notice that none of their children schools in Nigeria. It does on me when I notice that they don't take their medical care in Nigeria. It does on me when they don't, outside. It pains.
So bro, so I want to ask you now, before you go.
Yeah.
Finally, all these probes, can anything good come out of them? Because, if the person who is probing also has skeletons in his cupboard.
If you ask me, I would say, if they want to probe, if Buhari wanted to fight corruptions, I am also a member of APC. I'm a chief in the APC. But if the president wanted to fight corruption, and you know you have stood up for corruption, to fight corruption, he instructs the National Assembly and restraining them with the power of the executive to make sure they do the right thing. And also inform them that he's watching. That alone will show that the president is doing the right thing. At the same time, you also go on the security to quickly intervene, and who need to be arrested and take to court should be taken to court. Because like what happened in NDDC, and the National Assembly, somebody just collapsed. You have finished collapsing now, and you finish the collapse. We carry the fire and you will see handcuffed with you in the hospital. Then from there, we take you from there to where it's necessary for you to be. Then you can come to court and start answering your questions.
We have to
if you fall victim of it, if you give it 20, 25 years in prison, I think others will learn.
Okay, we have to go. My brother, I want to thank you very much. Keep watching the show, and also call back tomorrow when we continue with some other topics. Thank you very much. I want you to be a regular caller.
I will do that.
Thank you very much. God bless you. Okay, so this is quite interesting. 080-620-99556. You see, politics in Nigeria right now is one of you chop, I chop. We chop. Man no go vex. If you chop me, I chop you. Oh boy, answer me now. If you chop me, I chop you. Man. If you chop me, I chop you. If you chop me, I chop you. Man, no go vex. Did they chop? Now chop. You chop, I chop. Say there's no ideology in Nigerian politics. Nah, lie. Foul. Who told you there's no ideology in Nigerian politics? You know, ours is politics of chopocracy. Chopocracy. Yeah. It's just about getting in there, taking as much as you can. The rule in Nigerian politics is this. Don't steal. They didn't say don't steal. That's not the rule. It's you can chop still, but don't get caught. So, for all those who don't have EFCC cases, for those who've not been arraigned, like Godswill Akpabio was recently arraigned, who've not been taken to court, it's not because they are saints. Of course, we know they are not saints. Otherwise, their names would have been everywhere as saints. If people will go and drag them to presidents, is that they didn't get caught. They didn't get caught. What are we talking about now? I want to get. I'm driving at something. Let's read this. I want to read this. This is last week. This is last week. The mud splashing when they carry mud through on you carry mud through another person. Both of us will now have mud on our body. That's what how the Vanguard describes it. The mud slashing between the National Assembly and officials of the NDDC over the ongoing probe of the commission got messier. And you know why these NDDC guys have the audacity to take these ones? Because they know that they would not be caught. Because they know that if they spread money around, everybody will be quiet. The gentleman who called just now was talking about the APC, All Progressives Congress. So when Abdul Mumin Jibrin, who was a member of the House of Representatives, member of the Committee on Appropriation or something, a couple of years ago, shouted that there's budget padding, and they suspended him from his party, the APC. What are we talking about? See, I keep telling you guys that there's only one political party in Nigeria. It's called APDPC. All Progressives, APPDPC. All Progressive People Democratic Party Congress. That's the only party this country. So, listen to this, please. Listen and listen very carefully. The mud splashing between the National Assembly and officials of NDC over the ongoing probe of the commission got messier in both chambers of the legislature. While the House of Representatives Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila gave Senator Godswill Akpabio, Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, 48 hours to name the lawmakers who got contracts from the NDDC, and he did this thing. Boom. So senators walked out the acting executive director projects of the interim management committee, Dr. Cairo Jogbo, out of the hearing room over his insistence that the chairman of the Senate panel, Senator Peter Nwabushi, should step down on grounds that the NDDC officials should not get a fair hearing from him. Now, I want to go back because I've been doing some research. I almost forgot to add this. Now, who was it who raised the motion to probe the affairs of the NDDC? Who was it who raised the motion? Now, don't forget that this what do you call it again? This particular probe is being undertaken by an ad hoc panel. It's not a committee that is statutory, that is there. It's ad hoc. So they set it up just to investigate the NDDC for this purpose. Now, before they started their work, and before Cairo Ojogbo, please, if you're watching, share this post so it gets to Cairo. He would be so happy. But I'm not exonerating him. But before Cairo Ojogbo walked out or said that Onwabuchi has to step down. When I heard that Onwabuchi was the one who was spearheading this probe of the NDDC, I said, let me go back in time, because the name was ringing a bell. It was like some weeks ago. Let's watch. Watch.
First, I want to welcome all of you here. My name Distinguished Senator Peter Onwabuchi. Oracle. I left Nigeria yesterday, because of my boss. James Ibori is my brother, my boss, and somebody I'm very well loved. Let me make one point. All of you who are here today, you have come because of James Ibori. Yes. There are many people who have been governors. And as soon as they leave the governorship seat, nobody remembers them again. There are many people who have been governors, and some people who sat under them don't even remember them again. There are many people, by the grace of Almighty God, who have had the opportunity, but God will not agree with God, suffer this problem, and there are no many people will not even come when they have this problem. But James is a good man. But he's a jolly good man. The man that made everybody and nobody made him. That's a good one. Yeah, that's the truth. No. God made him. That's true. There are many people who have been governors who have never been opportunity to make their successors. But James Ibori made his successor. And there are many people, there may never be a governor in Nigerian history again who will sit in the cell or in the prison and make a governor. And there may never be a governor again in the history of Nigeria who will sit in the prison and make senator. Who will sit in his cell and support a Senate president? Then you sit down and ask yourself. I'll make a speaker. I'll make a speaker. And then the government who will be in the prison and make a speaker. And there may never be a governor in this country who will sit in the cell or the prison and make the daughter a member of the House of Assembly. You are a good man. There may be never any Nigerian man who can pass through his tribulations you have passed today and come up, and everybody will be flying.
And they're killing ram and goats.
People are telling me today, when I was flying the airport, a security agent came to me. He said, I know you are going because of James Ibori. I said, I am going because of James Ibori, and there is nothing you can do to me. Miracle! I have authority to travel. I don't warn you. If you want crisis, we'll get the crisis in the airport. Oracle to miracle. But I know those, they signed a lot of things for who have forgotten it today. But this game will judge everybody.
I'm the father of all the good.
What I'm saying is that Almighty God will give you another opportunity in life, and that will determine to give you God to know who is good. So what we have come today, my leader, my brother, and my friend, is that we are proud, first for God to have spared your life. That's the most important thing. So many people will not pass the tribulations you have passed. One, for you to still remain strong as you are. You want to open this drink?
Child support.
And Nigerians should know that the senator is proposing your talk today. Not just a senator, a respected senator.
The senator, a first senator that's the chairman of NDDC.
A voice for Nigerian senator. The one he speaks, Nigerian senator. Forget about chairmanship of committee. A voice that speaks, and Nigerian senator. For you.
I wish I could continue, but I can't. I have to end that. Okay, so that is now. Let me just read this so that you can draw a connection. Because so when I heard that Senator Peter Wabushi had raised some issues and had spearheaded this probe of the National Assembly, and I began to think about. Wait. That name rings a bell. I'm not saying the man is a bad man. I'm not saying he's an evil man. I'm not saying he's corrupt. But I just had to go back in time into the archives to bring out that video of a Nigerian senator. If you remember back in the day, some years ago, this must have been about 4 years ago, where this video was viral all over the internet, of a Nigerian senator who traveled from Nigeria to meet with ex-convict and former governor of Delta State, James Ibori. And in that video, like you just watched, he made startling revelations about the political power of Mr. James Ibori and the power that he wielded whilst behind bars, serving a 13-year prison term, having been convicted in the UK of money laundering. And I'm just going to read some excerpts from Sahara reporters who broke this story at that time. And of course, the senator you could see in that video was bragging about how Mr. Ibori, and again, I can't sit down here as a god or a judge over his matter, but if he's been convicted of money laundering by a UK court, then of course he's found guilty and was sentenced. So this is a governor who was sentenced, was charged, and found guilty of money laundering, and of course sentenced to. Money laundering was so much that he got the 13-year prison term. And this senator was bragging about how Ibori, he's never seen a governor who will sit in prison and make a senator. He never seen a governor who will sit in prison and make a House of Reps member. He has never seen a governor who will sit in a cell and make influence the Senate presidential elections and the Senate president. He's never seen a governor who will make his own daughter State House of Assembly member from prison. Who would sit in prison and dictate who will become the governor of a state, and so on and so forth. So there you have it. So you see, it's a whole ecosystem. It's not easy to break into that political system, clean. I don't blame Wabushi. That's his political godfather. All right, I don't blame him, and I can sit here and say Ibori is a bad man or a good one, but the facts are clear. And that he was convicted of money laundering in the UK and sentenced to a 13-year prison term, UK. And you can't question their judicial process and their courts. Their system is the legal system. It's quite robust, one of the best in the world. So that is the man. So I mean, I don't know his heart. But I believe that till today, Wabushi would still beat his chest and defend what he did, because of course he's still enjoying the benefits of the patronage of Ibori. He's still enjoying that. So what are we talking about? And now, last week, of course, you read that Cairo, what's his name again, the acting executive director projects of the Interim Management Committee of the NDDC, Dr. Cairo Jogbo, was walked out of the hearing room over his insistence that chairman of the Senate panel, Senator Peter Wabushi, should step down on grounds that the NDDC officials will not get a fair hearing. That's what he was saying. Now, Cairo Jogbo is from Delta State, and Wabushi is also from Delta State. They're both from the same states. both from the same states. Now, let me read some things to you about Nwoboshi, Senator Nwoboshi. Let's leave the political issues aside. On 31st March 2017, I'm not saying he's a bad person. No. If he's not been convicted by any court, we can't sit here and judge him. But these are facts that are available on Wikipedia, and I'm reading from Wikipedia. Okay. So on 31st March 2017, the EFCC revealed to the Punch newspaper in Nigeria that an investigation was ongoing concerning the purchase of used equipment instead of proposed new equipment that was supposed to be supplied to the Delta State government by Peter Nwoboshi and his brother. This is on his Wikipedia page, so I'm crediting Wikipedia. That's the source. It's not me. Nwoboshi was said to have used his company, Bilderberg Enterprises Limited, to secure a 2.1 billion naira, that's about $6.5 million approximately, contract. The contract was awarded to Bilderberg Enterprises Limited, sum of 1.5 billion naira and 474 million naira respectively, approximately. The information was released to the media barely 48 hours after Nwoboshi raised the point of order in the Senate during, listen to this, the information was released to the media barely 48 hours after Nwoboshi raised a point. I hope the audio is coming out well. Okay, it is. Barely 48 hours after he raised the point of order in the Senate during a sitting that Ibrahim Magu had been terrorizing senators since he was not confirmed, and asked for his removal from office as EFCC chairman. This is what the man said. This is a man who is spearheading the probe of the NDDC in the Senate. He said he raised the point of order in the Senate during a Senate sitting that Ibrahim Magu, because he was not approved or confirmed by the Senate, had been terrorizing senators. And barely 48 hours after that, information was released that the man had a company. They were given the sum of 2.1 billion naira to take a project in Delta State. Instead of buying new equipment, they went to buy used equipment, blah, blah, blah. They also went on to say on his Wikipedia page that he was said to have purchased a 12-story building for the total sum of 805 million naira, which was owned and sold by the Delta State government to his company, Golden Touch Construction Project Limited, from the proceeds of the equipment fraud. That's what they said. Don't be me talking. A warehouse was allegedly also purchased at Apapa Wharf, Lagos, for the sum of 800 million naira. During the investigations carried out by the EFCC, the agency also discovered that his bank verification number was registered with over 23 banks, of which are undeclared. Note, they are not declared as a senator. In line with the Code of Conduct Bureau Nigeria requirement that all assets must be declared, he didn't declare his assets according to the EFCC. He's also said, this is on his Wikipedia page, that's what I'm reading from, that's my source. It says that he failed to disclose his other accounts and also states that his brother, Godswill Akpabio, is a sole signatory to some of those accounts. It goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. EFCC, this, that. I don't think the man has been convicted of anything here, okay? But he has cases. So that is just one person. One person. So when Akpabio named names and then these things popped up, I just smiled. Because on that day, I said so. On that day, I said it. You can check my tweets. Okay, we have to go. But before I do that, let's read a couple of messages and then I say my goodbye. We've done more than 1 hour. So let's quickly read some messages and then we'll be done. Don't be small thing, oh. So Nigerians, you have to wake up and not get swayed by every wind of doctrine. I know I'm preaching tonight. We should start a church service, a worship session. Don't be swayed by every wind of doctrine. Let's see what we have here in terms of comments. Emeka Eleza says, good evening, Kofi. They've just given us what to talk about. They won't do anything until death penalty is introduced in the fight against corruption. We'll just be playing. My brother. Don't be small thing. Livingstone Wache, good evening to you. Chinem Matthew says, The Spirit of God has left Nigeria's government. It is the devil that is now controlling those politicians. Leave the devil alone. Oh, he suffered too much at your hands. Everybody's blaming for everything. But I understand where you're coming from. Emeka later says, those solar-powered street lights are a scam. I can go outside my house and take a picture of us. Nothing. My brother, my whole street, almost all the lights are down. And the ones that are on, is just barely. It did like touch lights. The battery don't weak. Yeah. Kenny J. Valash says the problem, and they were not probed because, guys who should have probed them are part of the system. Now, the guys who should have probed them now are standing up to probe them and then see what is happening. They say this one has 53 contracts. That one has 70-something contracts with NDDC. Kenny J. Valach says the problem of Nigeria is the public holders, setting bad example every day. UDECPO says there's nothing we will not hear in this country. National Assembly are fighting corruption in NDDC now. Where were they since the inception of NDDC? I believe that in times to come they will fight COVID-19 corruption. Okay, Godswill Akpabio says the problem of Nigeria is her citizens. With all that's happened and still happening, you see this youth in the same region carrying placard in solidarity with these same criminals called our leaders. And the same politicians will sue folks for mentioning their names in this matter that is glaring to everyone. And the same Niger Deltans in court will still listen. I am pained to my marrow, my brother. Sure, you saw the video I played. Johnson, who is this? Okay, Comrade Legbosi Yamabana, good evening to you. Johnson Imokalo, good evening to you. He says, it's been a while. When is your night shift going to end? I'm not on any night shift. This is where I am. Okay? So you can watch me here in the evenings. It's not a shift. This is the only time I'm on air, online. Frederick Pepple says, very much unfortunately, the young men and women in the society that are the leaders of tomorrow are also emulating what the present leaders are doing. It's quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate. So these are the things that we're talking about. Now the NDDC can say, well, the chairman of this committee is corrupt. The chairman of this other committee, and when they've gone to the House of Reps, and we're going to see now the House of Reps Committee on Public Accounts are wading into everything in the NDDC from 2000 and whenever. When did it be? 2001, 2002, I don't know, from Timi Alaibe's time. What's going to come out of that? Because I know one or two credible people who've been part of that Public Accounts Committee, very credible people. They've done some good work, What's going to come out of that? Now that Akpabio has named names, what's going to happen? If the people who are spearheading the probe themselves have their hands stained, what are we talking about? So Nigeria is going to sit back and continue to support A or B, whilst the same people are looting by substitution, or is it by elimination? People should wise up. Wise up. None of these guys are going to do you any good, really. And the good ones who are there will have to speak up to prove their innocence and speak out against bad that is going on. That's so much you can take. This is where the cookie crumbles. I want to thank you for your time. My name is Kofi Bartels. Tomorrow I'll be back with more on Late Night Talk, God willing. Have yourself a fantastic night. And for those who've been asking to hear me on radio, very soon you'll be hearing me on radio. For now, I have to drink water and mind my business. You too, you can do the same. Drink water and mind your business. Good night.